So, I'm sure you're saying to yourself, Tim, what are we going to be talking about today? Well, it's June 1st. You know what that is? That's the start of Pride Month. What do you think we're going to talk about today?
Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Yo, I got a lot of shit to say, so I'ma do this every day. I'll be writing things until I'm fucking buried in my grave. 6 feet deep under, but my body won't decay. Cause my messages are timeless, so they'll put them on display. Oh yeah, I rap with a certainty, I have a sense of urgency. A message for eternity, for everyone internally. I had some people burning me, but now they fucking learn to see I ain't the one to fuck with. Now they looking nervously, and I don't really care what you think of me respectfully. You can kick rocks if you think you're fucking better, see. I will outwork you, turn you to an enemy. Hurt you so bad that you're gonna need some therapy. I got the motherfucking recipe. I've been cooking up hits, I'ma leave a legacy. You'll be looking small when you're standing right next to me. I'm 5'10", bitch, but I'm 10 feet next to me. I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Yeah, I'ma do it my way. Yeah, I'ma do it my way. I can't contain it, I'm coming out with a statement. You really changed, man, all your music and arrangement. You don't know shit, shut your mouth, you can save it. I'm the same dude that got his come up from the basement. 100 songs, 100 weeks, didn't change it. Experiments, development, intelligence, and patience. I'll do it all again, cause I never feel complacent. Let's keep the good vibes, positivity's contagious. I'm never looking back, cause I made a life that's passionate. A college graduate suppressing all his talents, yeah. He found a way to go and change, become an advocate. For taking control of your life, go out and battle. And you think you have a dream, then act on it. Get after it, get out your head and fucking capture it. You got one life to master it. Don't give up on your future, we all start losers. We're all late bloomers, gotta struggle through the sewer. What you say? Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Yeah, I'ma do it my way. Yeah, I'ma do it my way.
One more time. Yeah, man. TruthSlinger coming at you. Episode 67. It is June 1st. God, we are just smoking through this year already. You know what I think it is? I think the older I get, the faster it goes. The faster everything is going downhill. But I think really it is going downhill just faster. It just is, man. That's a little bit better. Too bright. So, how you doing? I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing better than I was yesterday. I'm feeling a little better. Oh, yeah. It's shithole day number 59. We're almost at 60. That is the day when our country officially became a banana republic. I get my hat straightened out. I got a new hat. Looks pretty good, doesn't it? So anyway, what are we going to talk about today? Well, hell, I couldn't, make it 5 minutes into my day this morning when I sat down at my computer. And my computer was kind enough to let me know that today was indeed the first day of Pride Month, right? Isn't that great? We're gonna celebrate for an entire month, being proud of having sex in a bizarre way, and moreover than that, we're going to continue with the assault on our collective children, this country's children. And, it's like I ask myself, I don't have a dog in this fight anymore. Well, I mean, I kind of do. I lost both of my children to the culture wars. They're both woke, and ultimately that's why I don't have them. Not quite sure where they are on the scale, the gender scale. I still think one of my daughters' pronouns is, she's using pronouns, okay? Whatever the hell they are. I don't really keep up on it. But I mean, to a great extent, with the exception of my prayer for them, they're dead to me on a daily basis. I try not to really spend too much time thinking about them. And so I don't have a dog in this fight, right? Why do I care if you go to bippity boppity boop as a 35-year-old with your 6-year-old daughter and a hard earned fistful of traveler's checks, right, and dollars, and then you show up and there's a gay man with a mustache going, "Hi, I'm your fairy godmother's assistant." I would be angry. I made a show about that yesterday. My show was a little angry yesterday, and so was my short. And people are like, well, it's like, I love it when the trolls come, and they say, oh man, you're just clearly attracted to that guy. You seem to be obsessed with all this sex and homosexuality. Look, I wouldn't be talking about all this sex and homosexuality and all this kind of crap, right? If you wouldn't be peddling this shit in Target, right? I mean, let's be honest here. That's just a ploy, and that's just a tactic, right? To make us back up and say, oh, yeah, we're the weird ones. We're the perverted ones, right? Like, for example, should Target decide to sell large phalluses? Was that good? Was that a good euphemism? Large phalluses. Those things that start with a D and end with an S. Them big things that look like genitalia, right? You're with me, right? If Target would start selling that, right, in the middle of the store, and like right when you would first walk into the store, there would be a giant, large, inflatable, rainbow-colored phallus, right? Yeah. It's just, we're so far beyond, okay, what's happening here, I start to lose my ability to speak the language because we've gone so far into a place of dystopianism, in a place where stuff, we've gone so far past it that sometimes I just have trouble processing it, right? I don't happen to have the video, but the I think San Diego or San Francisco men's choir or something, gay choir, about a year ago got caught putting it out until they were embarrassed and shamed by it and took it back down, which is why I can't find it right now. About they're coming for your kids, right? We're coming for your kids, and they said just this once, you're right, us are right about the agenda. They are coming for the kids, and now you can see it. Just be you and feel the love, right? Now, I've talked about this the last few days, okay? There's no love involved here. This is a big shell game, guys. This is a game of 3-card Monte, and then what happens is they go love, 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 and then, you go, ooh, you forget about that it's lust, okay? Because that's really what this is about. So when we are indoctrinating children, early on, right, to be thinking about their sexuality. Now, normally speaking, when we raised children, sometimes the kids would, sneak behind the garage or whatever, and, boys and girls would do that kind of stuff. And everybody's got some stories, or some people have some stories about how they grew up. But there was no intentional sexualization of children, not when we grew up. As a matter of fact, if you did that, you got either beaten up or you got thrown in jail, right? Because it's, there's a word for that, okay? And it starts with a P. P3DO. Write it down. So Yeah, so we live in a day and age now where it's like, this is the big summer push. This is it. I was talking to my wife and I was sitting in the shower and I said, this is it, right? This is the big, big, big push. This is the big, I mean, what else is there? This is the big postmodern push. This is the big 1984 move. This is the get people to believe that 2 + 2 = 5 moment. This is it. If they can pull this off, then they can get you to believe anything. They can get people to believe anything, right? And I tell you, it is astounding to me. I've never seen anything like it. When I woke up, like the reason I said I'm going to do a show about it is because I woke up this morning and literally my computer is indoctrinating me and telling me that we need to be observing, not just today, but for a whole damn month, right? People that choose sexually aberrant behavior, in my opinion, aberrant. Let's put it this way. Not functional utilitarian for the purposes of reproduction, but solely for the purposes of the enjoyment of one's genitalia. Usually not in the context of a marital relationship, because, well, of course, 2 homosexual people cannot be married, whether they're male or female, because marriage was instituted by God himself. And it is a picture of Christ and the church. And homosexuals can never be a picture of the Christ and the church. Right? So that's why I've always objected to the marriage and believed that civil unions are fine. I believe in this country, legally speaking, I guess you'd say I'm very libertarian in this regard, right? I still believe we got to go back to you do you and I'll do me, right? But just you do you, in your space. And we might even have to say, all right, we'll be less in your face with our Christianity. Maybe that's true. Maybe this constantly, I know we're told to evangelize, but at some point when people turn their back on the gospel and they say, I don't want to hear it anymore, well, we're supposed to turn around and shake the dust off of our feet, right? Okay, so I'm just preaching at this point. So anyway, I'm going on. Target stock has been downgraded by J.P. Morgan. This is awesome, right? This is apparently the longest running losing streak in 23 years. Yeah, man. Get woke, go broke, right? And it's happening. And why is it happening so effectively at this particular point? Well, I don't think people want their children sexualized, right? I think most normal people, even I'm not even talking about Christians. I'm talking about 2 people, they get together, they get married, they want to have like 2.3 children, which is generally what people want to do. And because of life circumstances, they have less because it's harder to have children, but the wants haven't changed, right? So this is what people want to do. They want to have children. They go out into life and they start going along and making babies. And then they say, I don't know how we feel about God. I kind of believe there is a God. I kind of don't know. A lot of people are sort of agnostic, but they sort of feel like God in church is a good thing, because, that's what you do, and you go someplace every Sunday and then you get to know people in the community and then those people can help you and you can help them. And there's a lot of reasons that people join churches and they say, they go, I'm not going to force anything on my kids necessarily, though. I'm not going to baptize them or force them. I'm just going to let them grow up and I'm going to let them teach them about, well, okay, there's, you decide what kind of God you want to follow. I think in general, most people are that way. And I think, too, they kind of feel that way about their children's sexuality, right? If you really press them on it, I think that a lot of times they would say, no, I don't think I would want my children to be homosexual, right? Because living a homosexual life, or especially a transsexual life, right? It's not what it's cracked up to be. I was watching last night videos of men that transitioned and thought that it was going to make them happy because somehow they thought that they were going to actually become a woman and they got sold a bill of goods, and then now essentially what they have is they have an inverted penis, and I hate to be graphic about it, but they have a wound. They have a wound that never really heals, and they need to keep it dilated, which basically means that you have to engage in forced sex with yourself with a phallus for the rest of your life. Otherwise, this wound will close up because it's not natural. It's not actually a vagina. Okay, so that's the and just go look it up. There's and especially today, more and more people are coming out regretting the change. And so anyway, what's great now is I do believe, and again, I have to say that I want to keep positive about this, that I do believe that eventually it's possible. It's possible. In addition to potentially some lawsuits, right? Filing lawsuits against these companies for colluding with each other, antitrust, right? And not competing with each other and saying, we're all going to carry the same agenda and sell it to people. That's actually, there's a good argument to be made that is antitrust behavior. So there's that opportunity. But then there's also just the literal, we're not going to shop there. And I think that like Anheuser-Busch has been crushed. They're down 25% at least. 1/4 of their value is just gone, and it's not coming back. And at least it doesn't seem to be. And it's getting these people's attention, or at least I was hoping so. But as we will see, I want to show you where this stuff is coming from. This ESG, environmental social governance crap, but boring sounding stuff. It just means all this equity crap, diversity, equity, and inclusion, right? And the companies are getting scored by this stuff. And some made-up organization scores them and rates them, and they all want to get the best, a good score. They want to get 100 on this stuff. And the companies now are full of women. Okay? Oh God, where did it go? Oh my goodness. Yeah. Where did it go? I know that you found it. Oh, idiot. Yeah, ooh, thump, thump. Yeah, the guy fell out of the car. Yeah, okay, there it is. This is really what I wanted to show you. And we can look at a few things maybe at the end of the show, depending on how I feel. But yeah, this is it. This is the people that I want you to see, the target. This is them, believe it or not, doubling down on this. Now, they're losing their asses historically. Never had such a bad run. And these women, okay, this is what women bring, okay? Women bring chaos. Women bring confusion. Women shouldn't be running crap all by themselves, okay? And definitely not woke women, right? The entire woke movement is practically dominated by white women more than anything else, okay? With some with some black women thrown in. I mean, it's just crazy. So let's listen to what they have to say, because it explains a lot.
It is important for us to also acknowledge that not everyone is going to believe or be bought into our strategies and our priorities on this topic.
Right.
They just aren't. And so when we talk about leader accountability and the importance of representation and these strategies and these goals being integrated into someone's responsibility, like just to be really pragmatic and practical, then it becomes, okay, you don't we may not be able to change your mind shift on appreciating why this is important. But you do understand that as a part of your job responsibilities, you will lead inclusively, you will have representation on your team, you will be responsible for these behaviors, values, and expectations. And it also, quite frankly, puts a light on the folks that don't believe in this, but emphasizes that you still have to do it to do this job, to be a part of this company.
That's
and
right.
Eventually, you'll see a change in their mindset, or they may leave. And, that's a part of this process too. This isn't for everyone. But what has to be for everyone is accountability, and accountability comes with transparency. It's really important.
Well, first of all, half of what she says, okay, is this, the way they talk,
important for us.
Okay, they talk is this corporate weird speak, okay, that half of what they say just doesn't make any lot of sense. It's just word salad, okay? But what you basically hear there is, you know what? We don't care that perhaps half our employees are into this, or however many percent of them are. We don't really care about whether our customers really care about it. Actually, if you hear it, this is everything to do about the people that work there. And this lady, this black lady is saying, and everybody's going, oh, you're so smart. Okay? That you're got to toe this line. If you don't like it, tough shit. You have to include this crap in the way you evaluate people, in the way you evaluate your employees, in the way you have your meetings. You have to be diverse. You have to do all of this junk. It's just part of the way you got to do your damn job. And if that means, some people are going to go, hey, I don't like all this overt, stuff that Target is doing, they're being boycotted for. Too bad. They're like that. You know what? Just hit the road, buddy. Hit the road, Jack. We don't care. Because our ideology and cramming this stuff down people's throats and ultimately either brainwashing them or purging them from the company or from society. They want these people purged, right? That's what's going on. It's exactly what's going on. So, and that's cute. That's kind of cool. That is kind of cool. Not in afros, but that is cool. She looks like Corinne Jean-Pierre. This was kind of funny, cute. Yeah. He kind of looks a little bit like Uncle Fester. It's like Charlie Brown, man. Oh, God. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if that's real. That looks like it's pieced together. That just looks too fake to me. Okay. And bang. Okay, that was fun. I really want to put Freebird to this. I'm as free as a free bird. Okay. All right. Look out for this high-speed crash here. Oh, bonk. Okay. Sorry, not very satisfying, I know. Okay. And Donald Trump. Man, people love Donald Trump. This is his superpower right here. Right? This is his superpower. This is what he's good at. Right?
Small gathering, this is a big gathering.
Yep. And that's why we love him, and that's why we're not going to vote for anybody else but Donald Trump. So, Yep, we love Donald Trump. We got your back. Yep. So I don't know. Ron DeSantis doesn't have a clue. He doesn't have a. He just doesn't have a. Doesn't have a chance. I don't think really anybody does. I think Vivek, probably Vivek would be somebody I would vote for if Donald Trump weren't in the picture. But it is definitely, it's his turn, man. I mean, he got cheated out. He got cheated out of his first presidency, right? In my opinion, he deserves 2 full additional terms because he got jacked. and they need to go, you know what? This is the first time it ever happened like this in history, and you get a whole do-over, man. But that's not going to happen. But he needs to be able to have that opportunity to go back in there and just kick ass and take some names. You know what I'm saying? And he does. He deserves it. If for nothing else, that he sacrificed so much of himself and basically got nothing but shafted for it most of the time, right? And still to this day, right? I mean, how much money has he spent already on legal fees and attorneys and things fighting off all of this douchebaggery and falseness that has come against him, false witness, for the last 6 years? And they're still trying. There's 6 different lawsuits that he's in right now that they're trying to attack him on, right? So, it's just he deserves the opportunity to go back in and make it right. And kick ass, take names, wrap that yellow tape around the FBI, wrap that yellow tape around the IRS, right? And throw these career bureaucrats that have been screwing up our country left and right, just tearing it to pieces, throw them all out, lock them out, just say, here's a little cardboard box, whatever you can fit in that, you can take out of here, and we're going to have escort you. Every single person is going to be escorted out of this building. We're going to see what you took. And we're going to see what you're not going to sabotage anything on the way out. You can't trust any of these sumbitches, man. I'm telling you, the government is so corrupt. Where I'm at today, into what I ever believed, okay, and almost all the conspiracy theories have turned out to be true. The major ones, not the real fringy Q stuff, right? But the major stuff, right? It's all turned out to be true. And, yeah, the deep state is so deep and it's so deeply rooted that Vivek doesn't even know where it is. The swamp has been somewhat drained. We know some of the obvious ones, right? Those are easily identifiable. But if you look at the literal tens of thousands of people that are in positions that we don't know about, that are throwing monkey wrenches into the mix all the time, I don't know, man. It goes pretty deep. These people knew what they were doing, man. They hired Democrats for years into all of these positions. And that's why many of these agencies, even if you do recreate them, you've got to recreate them outside of Washington, D.C., right? If you ever rebuild something like the FBI and make it something other than the FBI, then they got to locate it somewhere in like Dallas, Texas, okay? Definitely not in any of the blue states, right? Because, I don't know. But it's just so large, the government's become so large, it's in many ways, it seems hopelessly corrupt. And I go back and forth between being black-pilled and white-pilled and black-pilled, and I feel like my videos are getting smashed. I'll hit on a news topic. I'll know something's hot. It should work. It should be hot, and it starts to take off, and it just hits like, man, it starts going, and it goes, just like, why did it just get choked off? Why? What happened? And when you statistically speaking, when you watch something long enough, you start to watch the behavior of something. They are stepping all over this stuff because this is a massive campaign to brainwash the entire country into accepting this cultural Marxist bullshit that divides us, okay, and keeps us all amongst ourselves fighting. It's horrible, man. It's horrible. And what's coming is with the, I don't even want to get into it, but what's coming with the artificial intelligence, once it's all being programmed by woke people. What do you think once the artificial intelligence, it's already crawling all over my channels. It's already crawling all over social media, shutting down speech. It's only going to get worse, right? But this show's going to get too long if I start to talk about something else. But you need to like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell, check back, because I don't know if notifications always go out. I try and put up something daily, try and keep positive. I admit the last couple of days, a little bit down, hard to work on a channel for 3 months and get the legs kicked out from under you. And I mean, like, not just a little, like completely boom, gone, all of it gone. But, here we are, we're swinging away, and help support us, and let your friends know that we're here, and keep joining us, and keep helping me help fight this woke nonsense crap. Keep not shopping at Target, keep not buying Bud Light, keep not shopping at North Face, keep not purchasing anything that has woke ideology, right? Seriously. Burger King, I won't eat it anymore. And I love Burger King, and I won't eat it anymore. I'm sorry. I just can't do it. So anyway, that's about all I have for you. Like I said, check back often, because I don't know. Anyway, love you. TruthSlinger, I'm out.